Hello everyone and welcome back to another flight with here with our BBJ2 Today we're going to be taking off from Fargo towards North Dakota. No, sorry, not North Dakota at all. Let me just take a glance at my flight plan. Alrighty then. Okay, so today we're gonna taking off from Hector International Airport and into Saint Paul International in Minneapolis. Alright, so today we're gonna be flying the BBJ2 from Pmdg. As you can see, it's very dark here. It's not yet morning. It's about 4 a.m. here in Hector. We're gonna be using the flight simulator provided ADC, and we're gonna be using also the FS2 crew as an assistant for today's flight. So let's jump into our aircraft and start setting up. For our flight. So I'm gonna need some flashlight. Alright, so some lights here. So first control batteries, emergency lights, ground power, and DOME lights as well. Very well. Parking brakes are set. Very nice. So we don't need the flashlight anymore. Very good. I'm gonna go ahead and launch the FS2 crew application just right now. Let's start setting up.
Roger.
Right, let's put him on mute so he doesn't listen to anything that we are saying right now. And Valenta is up and running. And I have some barking in the area also. Alrighty then, so let's jump over to the FMC, sorry, and let's request some. Let's request a fuel truck. I'm gonna load up the flight plan over to my iPad here. Alright, so for today's flight we are going to be needing about 9 tons of fuel. Very good. As about the payload, we're going to have today 42 guests on board, and as for the weights, alright, so it's going to be 2,000. 250, right, on each side. So the zero fuel weight will be 54.5. Don't need the taxi like just yet. Over. The first officer hasn't still turned on the IRS. Okay, let's start configuring our flight here. So we're currently in Dakota in Hector International Airport, which is Kilo Foxtrot. Kilo
I'm out for
Foxtrot
the walk
Alfa
around.
Romeo. All right. And as for our destination, that's gonna be Kilo Mike Kilo Mike Sierra Papa. We're gonna uplink our flight. So this is gonna be our route. It's gonna be very short flight. Not very, but pretty short flight. Okay, route uplink is ready. Let's load it up. Activate. Departure runway, we're going to be expecting the takeoff to be from runway 36. So let's set it 36. Execute that. We're going to be direct to wind, so no seats are required. Very good. Because this is going to be a pretty short flight, we're going to be expecting an ILS approach towards our arrival, and we're going to be arriving by Bane 3. Bane 3, this is going to be our star, and transition will be wind. Sorry, approach, transition, this, then next page, wind. Okay, the final transition, we're going to select that next. All right, so for the performance page, we're going to be setting our zero fuel rate. It's going to be 54.5 as I remember it. Let's double check that. Payload 54.5, that's correct. Going to use our last known position for the IRS. Fuel required is going to be 9 tons, and I forgot to start the fueling. So let's do that as well. For the reserves, we're gonna
Hi,
1.6 for the reserves.
Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Thanks.
The cost index for today's flight is gonna be 23, and the flight level for today's flight is gonna be 290. Okay, about the average wind, it's going to be 320 at 25. Very good. And as for departure, we're going to be departing from runway 36. With the flaps of 5, and the CG will be 22.0 with a trim of 4.98. This is going to be our takeoff speeds. Oh, that's weird. Give me just a moment. I will the keyboard. Yeah, that should be fixed by now. Oh, great. All right, so let's go over to the MCP and start setting up for our flight. So we're going to be for the speed is going to be 146 here. I'm going to also load up some charts over to my iPad right now. Okay. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna set our course right now at our departing runway, which is 356. Let's see, 356. Okay, and we're gonna select it also for the runway heading as well, 356. As for the radios, we are gonna select the 80s frequency here. It's gonna be 124.5. It's our departing 80s frequency.
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
And our arrival 80s frequency will be 135.35. Very good. And as for the nav, we're going to select the nav frequency here in at our departing airport. It's going to be 110.3. We're going to set it on both sides. And as for the arrival, nav frequency will be at, it's going to be the same nav frequency as I can see, but we will set up on both sides so we're not going to be confused later on. Alright, let's make sure that we can hear the 80s. Alright.
Local airport information, Kilo 0800 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 17. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.9 tree. ILS runway 18 in use. Landing and departing runway 18. DFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial.
But let's request our clearance as well so we can
Hi, here's the fuel slip.
Thanks.
Welcome. Have a nice flight.
Because I think they might gonna change our departing runway.
Cargo clearance
So let's
delivery
see.
Chase 1 Heavy IFR to Minneapolis, ready to copy.
Chase 1 Heavy is cleared to Minneapolis Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 18 climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 120 decimal for squawk 757 tree.
Chase 1 Heavy cleared to Minneapolis Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 18 climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure on 120 decimal for squawk 757 tree.
Chase 1 Heavy readback is correct. Contact ground on 121 decimal niner when ready to taxi. Good day.
Alright, so they did change our departing runway. So she wants us takeoff of runway 18. Okay, so let's change that. Okay, runway 18. So what we're gonna change? We're gonna go ahead and change the course to 176. 176 over here. Set course your side 176.
176 set.
All right. And as for the radios as well, we're gonna change it to 108 decimal niner. 108 decimal 9. I'm gonna switch those two. All right, so everything is set. As we can see, the IRS is all lined up. Let's join the flight director's auto throttle, and then we're gonna select the VNAV armed and heading armed as well. Alright, so let's do a pre-flight checklist, but before, let's just oxygen tested. I did not complete my check, so let's do that. Let's test the IRS as well. Okay, as you can see, the IRS was working as well. Okay, configuration horn. Working for both. Alright. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen
Tested 100%.
tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal, auto. Windows heat on. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 060, altimeter 2993.
Heading 060. Altimeter 2993. Parking brake.
Set. Set. Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thanks.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Would you like the APU on?
Yes.
Starting the APU.
Okay, let's release the air conditioner as soon as gonna put the APU on the bus. We're gonna be releasing the ground power. The lavatory is not required. Let's air stairs. Retract parks. Retract the air stairs. Release the aft galley. And APU is not just yet running. Just for one moment here. And let's close also the doors.
APU on the buses.
Very good. APU is on the buses, then we can release the ground power as well. Let's request our taxi so we can prepare for the taxi as well.
Fargo Ground Chase 1 Heavy with Lima ready to taxi IFR.
Chase 1 Heavy taxi 2 and hold short of runway 18 via taxiway Delta Bravo. Contact tower on 133.8 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 18 using taxiway Delta Bravo Chase 1 Heavy.
Well, according to the chart, it's not the way to the 18 at all. Look, she wants us Delta Bravo. It's a go. Okay. Never mind that. Okay, so let's prepare for our departure brief. So stand. We're currently at the stand. Pushback is not required. Noise abatement is not required. It's going to be a first flight of the day. Non-threats. The front's going to be rated. Leads are going to be on. We are on the way. So going to be. Well, let's run the
Are you ready
brief.
for the departure brief? Go ahead. Okay, no pushback. Start on the stand. Taxi route will be assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat takeoff using rated thrust, landing a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Above 80 knots, we will reject for fire, engine failure, loss of control, or wind shear. A crew member noticing the abnormality will clearly state the problem. I will call reject or continue. If the decision is to reject, I will close the thrust levers and disengage auto throttle, observe or apply maximum braking, raise speed brakes, apply maximum amount of reverse thrust consistent with the conditions, and bring the aircraft to a complete stop on the runway, stow the speed brake, and set the parking brake, and advise the cabin, this is the captain speaking, remain seated, remain seated. I'll then perform any necessary memory items or checklists as appropriate. If an evacuation is required, I'll initiate the evacuation checklist. In the event of an engine failure after V1, we will continue the takeoff, rotate at VR, call positive rate, gear up, and cancel the master caution. There will be no other calls below 400 feet. At 400 feet, I'll call for a roll mode, then call confirm the failure. If required, we'll perform any necessary memory items, climb at V2 to V2 plus 20 to 1,000 feet AFL or TOCA, whichever is greater. Retract the flaps on schedule. When flaps have been retracted and at or above flaps up maneuvering speed, call for level change if VNAV is not engaged. Set max continuous thrust and call for the appropriate emergency checklist. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. The departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures are required. VNAV is armed, flight directors are on, mine is master, yours is slave. Navigation radios are set, the NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
All right.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we cleared to close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. This is the lead flight attendant speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on this aircraft. Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew instructions, lighted information signs, and posted placards. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt. To release your seatbelt, lift the metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with
It's pretty dark. Need to exit somewhere there. Okay. Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP?
V2146, heading 176, altitude 06,000.
Takeoff speeds.
V1133, V-rotate 136, V2146,
CDU pre-flight.
completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0,
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
completed.
Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist complete.
Start sequences 1 and 2.
Check.
Start engine number 1.
Starting engine 1.
Thank you for your attention.
Oil pressure. Starter cutout. Number 1 stable.
Start engine number 2.
Starting engine 2. Oil pressure. Starter cutout. Number 2 stable.
Flaps 5. Flaps 5. Flaps 5. Flaps 5. Thank you very much. Okay. Flight control check complete. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist.
Generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice off, isolation valve auto, engine start switches continuous, recall.
Checked. Checked.
Check auto brake, RTO. Engine start levers,
Idle detained.
flight control,
Checked.
ground equipment
Clear.
clear. Before taxi checklist completed.
Alright, so let's start slowly rolling here. So we gonna need, there's supposed to be an exit somewhere. Somewhere over there, I think. Those default airports, that's pretty bad. So slowly, very slowly. Alright, there's is our taxi. Alright. In the simulator, it's the correct letter that she told us to taxi by, but in real life, it's nothing like that. So this taxi is gonna be very short. Slow down just a bit so we can update the FMC. We're gonna hold short and then we're gonna update the FMC and run through the before takeoff checklist. So I did turn all the lights. Usually in real life they don't do it, but it's very dark over here. You can barely see anything with all the lights on. Okay, all the VSTs are configured, which is good. Alright, let's perform the before takeoff checklist.
Check.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flaps.
Flaps 5, green light. Flaps 5, green light.
Stabilizer trim.
4.8 units.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Yeah, let's request our takeoff clearance.
Fargo Tower Chase 1 Heavy ready for IFR departure runway 18.
Chase 1 Heavy, altimeter 29er, decimal 9er, 2, wind 187 at tree. Cleared for takeoff runway 18.
Clear for takeoff, runway
Cleared for takeoff runway 18 Chase 1 Heavy.
Runway entry procedure.
Okay, cabin crew, take your seats. Clear on the approach. Cabin still not secure.
That's okay.
Approaching 18. Approaching 18.
Even the runway
Fargo
is
Tower
dark.
Allegiant 119er 83 miles south, inbound ILS runway 18 approach.
On runway
119er 8 Fargo Tower.
18.
Altimeter 29er, decimal 9er, 2 wind 187 at tree. Cleared ILS runway 18
Let's
approach.
see if we can use some lights here. All the lights are on actually, so still quite dark.
Cleared ILS runway 18 approach, Allegiant 119er 8.
But I guess we have to deal with that. Alright, so let's take off.
Thrust set.
Airspeed alive.
Allegiant 119er 8,
80 knots.
wind 187 at tree. Cleared to land runway 18.
B1,
Rotate.
rotate.
Cleared to land runway 18, Allegiant 119er 8.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up. feet.
Chase 1 heavy contact, Fargo departure on 120.
Left one.
Buck 1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Buck 1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Buck 1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Speed check.
Oh my god, thank you.
Going to 120 decimal for Chase 1 heavy.
Flaps 1 set.
Fargo departure Chase 1 heavy is passing 2,800 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Chase 1 heavy Fargo departure altimeter 29er decimal 9er to continue to Foxtrot Alpha Romeo as planned.
Flaps up. Flaps up.
Bug up is set.
Flaps up.
Speed check. Flaps up, set. Thousand to level.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist.
Engine bleeds, on, packs, auto, landing gear, up and off, flaps, up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Happy to release the cabin crew.
Okay.
Okay.
Chase 1 heavy climb and maintain flight level 180.
290 for Chase
Climb and
1.
maintain flight level 180 Chase 1 Heavy.
Chase 1 Heavy, contact Minneapolis Center on 126.1. Good day.
Going to 126.1 Chase 1 Heavy.
Select LNAV.
LNAV.
Minneapolis Center Chase 1 Heavy is at 9,900 feet, climbing
Happy
flight
to
level
release cabin.
180.
Chase 1 Heavy Minneapolis Center altimeter 29.9 tree. Continue to WENNR as planned.
Portable electronic devices may not be used, with the exception of TVs, radios, two-way transmitters, or any other device in the transmit mode, as these devices may interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems.
Okay, we're gonna switch to autopilot in just a few moments here.
Autopilot on.
Select VNAV.
VNAV.
Okay,
Okay.
alright. Okay, she told us to climb flight level 180, right? And final altitude will be 290. So let's set it to 290 because the next instruction gonna be to climb to the flight to the cruise level. Okay, there we go. Transition set standard.
Chase 1 Heavy climb and maintain flight level
Standard set.
290.
Passing flight level 183.
Climb and maintain flight level 290 Chase 1
Now.
Heavy.
Okay, very good.
Minneapolis Center Air Canada 13902 flight level 280.
Okay, so now it's gonna be a good time to start setting up for our arrival. So commodores are switch. We're going to be arriving using the ILS approach 12 right. Okay. Set course your side 121. Set course your side 121.
1, 2, 1, set.
Very good. We're gonna set the heading as well to 121. Minimum is gonna be 200 feet. We're gonna use a radio for that. Alright. And the missed approach will be 130. Missed approach will be 3,000. At 3,000 feet. Central fuel pumps are off. For the cruise altitude, for the cruise level, there's not going to be much time for us, so because we already set up almost everything for our arrival. Let's prepare the brief for the arrival. So we're going to be arriving by star. The runway is dry. FPU after landing is required. Mr. Port is going to be 3,000. Final approach 6 will be 3,000 as well. Minimum says will be 200 feet. We're gonna be arriving at probably at the gate when it's up 30. Single engine taxi is not. Alright, let's run the brief.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. For an ILS approach, planning a flaps 30 landing. Final approach fixed altitude is 3,000 feet. Decision height is 200 feet. Missed approach altitude is 3,000 feet. Taxi route in will be assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a gate. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
move myself to the right here.
Chase 1 Heavy contact Minneapolis Center on 118.05. Good day.
118.05 Chase 1 Heavy.
Let's request our forecast.
Minneapolis Center, Chase 1 Heavy flight level 290.
Chase 1 Heavy, Minneapolis Center. Continue as planned.
Descent checklist.
Descent checklist.
Pressurization. Landing altitude is 850 feet. Recall. Check. Auto brake. Level 3. Landing data.
Speed of 144. Minimums 200 feet.
VREF.
144.
Minimums
200
feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
Minneapolis Center, Chase 1 Heavy. Request flight level 240.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain flight level 240.
Descend and maintain flight level 240 Chase 1 Heavy.
Alright, and the aircraft is started to descend. Very good. Okay, so at Tige, we are now going to be descending to flight level 240, then continue our descent at Tige to 200. At Bainey, we'll be descending to 15,000 feet. Then over to 8,000.
Chase 1 Heavy contact Minneapolis Center on 125.5. Good day.
125.5 Chase 1 Heavy. Minneapolis Center, Chase 1 Heavy is passing flight level 265, descending flight level 240.
Chase 1 Heavy Minneapolis Center. Continue as planned.
Let's request another 4,000 to descend by another 4,000. Decrease altitude by 4,000.
Minneapolis Center, Chase 1 Heavy. Request flight level 200.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain flight level 240. Expect flight level 200.
Descend and maintain flight level 240. Expect flight level 200 Chase 1 Heavy.
Chase 1 Heavy contact Minneapolis Center on 118.05. Good day.
118.05 Chase 1 Heavy. Minneapolis Center, Chase 1 Heavy is at flight level 250, descending flight level 240.
Chase 1 Heavy Minneapolis Center. Continue to GOLLF as planned. Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain flight level 200.
Descend and maintain flight level 200 Chase 1 Heavy.
Okay. After percentage, we will be descend to 15,000 feet. Already the descent from the ATC decreased by 5.
Minneapolis Center, Chase 1 Heavy. Request 15,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain flight level 200. Expect 15,000 feet.
Descend and maintain flight level 200. Expect 15,000 feet. Chase 1 Heavy.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet. Chase 1 Heavy.
Chase 1 Heavy, contact Minneapolis Center on 121.05. Good day.
121.05 for Chase 1 Heavy.
Okay. At Lucy, we are going to be
Minneapolis Center, Chase 1 Heavy is at flight level 195, descending
above
15,000 feet.
11,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy Minneapolis Center. Continue to GOLLF as planned.
Minneapolis Center, Chase 1 Heavy requesting vector to next waypoint.
Chase 1 Heavy. Continue to GOLLF turning and following heading 115. Proceed on course.
Continue to GOLF turning and following heading 115. Proceed on course. Chase 1 Heavy.
Transition set altimeter 2997. Transition set altimeter 2997.
Two 997. Set passing 16,000. Now.
Minneapolis Center, Chase 1 Heavy. Request 11,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain 15,000 feet. Expect 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet. Expect 11,000 feet. Chase 1 Heavy.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Chase 1 Heavy.
Altitude will be at 11,000 feet. Then it also will be needed to descend by another 3,000. Because the descent altitude already from the BBJ decreased by
Minneapolis Center, Chase 1 Heavy. Request 8,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect 8,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect 8,000 feet. Chase 1 Heavy.
Minneapolis Center United 1824, flight level 290. Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain 8,000 feet. United 1824 Minneapolis Center, continue as planned.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Chase 1 Heavy.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Chase 1 Heavy. Minneapolis approach Chase 1 Heavy 8,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy Minneapolis approach altimeter 29.97. Continue to Golf Echo Papa as planned. Chase 1 Heavy, you are tree 1 miles north. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 12 right approach via paint transition. Clear to PATN.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 12 right approach via Ping transition cleared to Ping Chase 1 Heavy.
She cleared us to pattern already. So we're gonna be descending right now to 6,000 feet. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters
2997 set.
2997
Set. Approach checklist completed.
Minneapolis Airport information, Alpha 0, 900 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, ceiling 14,000 feet broken. Temperature, 18. Dew point, 10. Altimeter, 29.98. ILS runway, 12 right and ILS runway, 12 left in use. Landing and departing runway 12 right and runway 12 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
Flaps 1.
Bug 1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Bug 1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked.
Flap 5.
Flaps 1 set.
Flap 5. Flap 5. Flap 5. Flaps 5.
Speed checked. Flaps 5 set.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet, chase 1 heavy. Minneapolis approach, chase 1 heavy, requesting vector to next waypoint.
Chase 1 heavy, continue to WAYZA turning and following
Flight
heading
deck.
120.
Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Continue to WAYZA turning and following heading 120, chase 1 heavy.
Chase 1 heavy, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet, chase 1 heavy.
To level.
Chase 1 heavy, you are 12 miles northwest of Minneapolis. Contact Minneapolis Tower on 12.3
Gear down, flaps
675 when
15.
inbound on the approach.
Speed check. Speed brake up.
Tower on 123.675, chase 1 heavy.
Flaps 15 set.
Flaps 30.
Speed check. Flaps 30 set.
Landing
Minneapolis
checklist.
Tower, chase 1 heavy 10 miles northwest
Landing
inbound
checklist.
ILS runway
Engine start
12 right
switches.
approach.
Continue.
Chase
Speed
1
brake.
heavy, Minneapolis
Armed.
Tower.
Landing gear.
Down.
7 wind
Flaps.
16 at tree. Cleared ILS
Flap
runway
30,
12
green
right
light.
approach.
Landing checklist completed.
Cleared ILS runway 12 right approach, chase 1 heavy.
Radio altimeter alive. Cabin crew, take your seats. Autopilot off. Autopilot on. Autopilot off. Final approach fix. Height checked. Missed approach altitude is set.
Chase 1 heavy when calm, cleared to land runway 12 right.
Minneapolis Airport information.
Cleared to land runway 12 right, chase 1 heavy.
Feet. Stable.
Approaching. 1, 2, right.
Traffic.
500 feet.
400.
Approaching minimums.
minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. Reverse too small. knots.
1,200 meters remaining.
Chase 1 heavy, exit runway when able.
Okay, to clean up.
Roger.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelt. This will be your indication that it's safe to move off the cabin.
Chase 1 heavy, turn next taxiway.
We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate you. We hope to see you again on a future flight.
Chase 1 heavy, contact ground on 121.9er.
One two one decimal niner for Chase 1 heavy. Minneapolis ground Chase 1 heavy taxi to the
APU
gate.
on the buses.
Chase 1 heavy taxi to gate 87 using taxiway Alpha 3 Alpha Alpha 2 Bravo Delta.
Taxiing to gate 87 using taxiway Alpha Tree Alpha Alpha 2 Bravo Delta Chase 1 heavy.
That was 87, right? 87, yeah.
Three minutes.
Alright, so we're gonna take a left here and then we're gonna go over Bravo. Let's find our parking space on the chart. So we're gonna on Bravo, then onwards we're gonna continue over Delta, right? Delta. So the our parking seems to be somewhat empty alley. Others are from nowhere. Weird. I think I need to install the simulator of the airports, and all the default airports have their texture. I don't know, bulking or something like that. I need to fix that. Now it's back to being okay again. Okay, so we'll continue taxiing here on Bravo. Then we have to make a right turn over Delta, which is coming up next. So here's our turn. Make our turn over to Delta here. somewhere here. I don't see. Let's see where it is. Oh, okay, yeah, alright. That's a nice feature that you didn't have in this before. Alright, so let's turn into the alley. On the charts, it's something totally different though, you know. From nowhere those graphics appearing like this. Gonna be feeding. Can you even feed them? We can see there, no? We're gonna take this parking spot instead. Again, the starters are back again. Let's change the parking spot. I'm gonna assume this is gonna be 86. Or not. Alright. Lights and doors. Lights and doors.
Check. Cabin crew disarm doors and cross-check.
Q6. We're gonna request a formula. Request the boarding. Yeah. All right. So good. So we're gonna connect to a ground ground power source here. Let's look at the ground power.
APU going off. Check.
Why? Sorry about that. I did not mute myself for him, so. Alright, so ground power is on. for the landing, it was 178 FPM. Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist.
Fuel pumps off. Probe heat off. Hydraulic panel set. Flaps
Up.
Parking brake.
Released.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar
Off.
off. Shutdown checklist completed.
Secure the aircraft. Secure checklist.
Secure checklist.
IRS off. Emergency exit lights off. Window heat off. Packs off. Secure checklist complete.
All right. So this is all for our flight today. Thank you very much for joining for this early morning flight. I much appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to my channel and follow me at Twitch as well. Thank you very much, and let's shut it off. Emergency lights off, and battery is off. So thank you very much, and have a great day.